Hey guys, happy Friday. Ooh, it's time to do some operations over here. Now, again, we're going to be picking up where we left off. Boy, was it like a week ago or something? I can't even tell. It's been so long, but we'll get to that in a second. But anyway, let's do a little recap over here. So we ran our local down here to Huntington Beach. You can see him sitting right there. And we did one little switching operation over here so far. We picked up at the lumber facility these two empties right there. And we moved them from this track over here out of the industry, sort of over there onto the main line. And then we dropped off our little mauve car here. So that's all done. We got Carl over here. He's playing with dice and I don't know what, having a drink. Anyway, and then we pulled out of here and we called it quits because we did some other stuff there. So if you didn't see that video, go back, watch the first video there, or the prior one prior to this, and you'll see the beginnings of all that. Now then, here's our local as we sit right here, and we have got we've got two cars here. We got the tank car and the hopper. Now the hopper is going to go over to Jack Surfboards here, otherwise known as Surfers Outlet. It's the same thing, and I think we'll see how difficult this gets, because we were going to roll dice to see, do we pick these other two cars up there, that CSX car and the yellow car there, because Surfers Outlet does have an off spot right there in front of the van store, so we could technically just place that car there and say we're done. But we're gonna have a little bit of fun here. Same thing with the tank car over here going into SoCal Edison. It's going to be going over here where you see this other tank car and the box car right there. Now we got to decide, do we pick up this tank car and that box car, which we kind of just didn't do because we were kind of doing this on the fly here. So let's start out, I think, with Jack Surfboards over here. So I figured, you know, we're having fun playing our dice, little, you know, dice games and rolling and stuff like that. So we're just going to roll to see if we pick any of these cars up over here. So for the CSX car, I got a 20-sided dice here. You can flip a coin, whatever, you know, however you want to do it. So we'll say 1 to 10, the car goes. 11 to 20, the car stays. Okay, so let's roll for the CSX car over here. And what do we say? 1 to 10, the car goes. Okay, so 17, he stays. All right. Now, I gotta keep it straight here in my head. All right. Now that guy back there, the yellow rail box car, same thing. 1 to 10, he goes. And we got an 8. So yes, he does go. So, all right. So then what we'll do is we'll come over here. We'll start doing this little operation over here. Now, I think what I'm going to do, we got to kind of think about the tank car we got sitting over there. Let me go ahead and put the sound back on, because eventually we're going to come back and be doing that over here. Kind of the same thing, but I kind of want to keep him out of the way, but still available. So I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to drop off. You know, I put a lot of thought into this, like all of the last 5 minutes here. I think we're going to drop this guy off right over here on the spur. Come on. Oh, hopper car, she's gonna drive me bananas. Yeah, we're on a curve there. Oh my goodness, this is just getting ridiculous. There we go. Oh. Yeah, I know. Anyway, okay, so in order to run on out over here, let's get out of here. Yeah, we gotta go all the way up towards the bridge over there and then back down. Let me go ahead and put my chopsticks down. Let me get the camera down over here somewhere without knocking too much stuff over. And you can kind of keep an eye on things. All right, there we go. Without me shaking it around. All right, we'll close that up. We're going to keep on running up here because we got to come back down the other sort of main line. It's almost like we got 2 main lines here that configure a runaround. All right, we're good over there. Sometimes when I'm filming and I put the camera down like this, it seems like, oh, you don't really see anything. But it's kind of nice, I think, sometimes to sort of see the big picture and see the train way off in the distance there. Right there is good. we'll back it up over here and go ahead and grab our first pickup there, our little yellow rail box car that we're going to get out of there. And while we're doing that, how's everybody doing? Hope you had a good week. I know it's, I can't even remember when the last video was. I was planning on doing all these videos with this little, you know, switching operation over here. But, you know, it's nice here, Southern California. And so I went out and did other stuff. I went to the beach with Benjamin. I'll include a few pictures of those, either right now or if I didn't include them right now, at the back end there. And yeah, so we had a good time and ran around the beach with the RC car and all that stuff. And of course I didn't do any videos because, you know, I just wanted to have fun without having to video stuff. Let me see here. Where can I put this? There we go. There we go. Back up over here a little bit. There we go. Yeah, but we, like I said, I ran out there. We went to Salt Creek Beach there in the OC, and did a little running around. I think I gotta clean the track here. I can hear it kind of crunching, you know. All right, let's see. Now you can't really see it right there in the camera. Let me kind of move it back right there. There you can kind of see the top of our box car right there. We're gonna grab him, and of course, there we go. We got him. All right, and we're gonna get rid of him. There we go. Now we will put him down here on the main line here, and I think we'll kind of be done, at least with Jack surfboards here once we drop off the hopper. And actually, I didn't realize I didn't change that back from the last day there. Let's see. Here we go. We get a little bit of a view here of something. Let's see. Right there, Engineer Rick. Don't go too far. Heading all the way back to the yard. There we go. Now we got just, well, you got plenty of room. There's a couple inches. We got plenty of room for a car right over here. We're not going to be using the runaround anymore here, I hope. But we'll get everything connected up here. Let me just finagle my little coupler right there and make sure it gets coupled nicely. Ay, ay, ay. Man, what is it with these couplers on these hoppers? Making me bananas. All right, here we go. Pull on out. And grab my dice so I don't lose it. Put it in my pocket over there. Anyway, yeah, it's been nice and toasty over here in Southern. Well, I say toasty. It's been comfortable here in Southern California. You know, hitting like 70s near the beach, which you might think, well, that sounds kind of cool, but that's nice. That's a nice temperature to have at the beach here, you know, mid 70s or something, not too hot. You can go walk around and do all that stuff and not get too hot. You get the nice marine layer in the morning, and then it kind of burns off by, you know, late morning. And the sun starts warming things up a little bit. All right, I'm going to try putting the camera over here so you can kind of see what's going on back here. It's not the greatest view, but, well, that's what it is. Oh, speaking of that, somebody mentioned, Lance Minheim mentioned me in the, a little bit more right there. Right there's good. In, I guess, his newsletter or something like that. So that's cool. I know he watches the channel because he's commented a couple times. And I tout his books and his sort of, his ideas, methods, whatever, for, running our little railroads over here. So That's kind of cool. Okay, so all right, we got our hopper dropped off, and let me kind of show you the bigger picture right here. There he is. He's dropped off. We're all good now. Our yellow box car here, the center beam yellow guy, and the flat car are all going home with us after we do our little operations over here. Now, while we're running out here, let me see. All the tracks are good. We'll kind of slow it down there just a little bit to give us a little bit of time to figure out what's going on here. So, tank car over here has kind of go into one of these two tracks, right? Now, my sort of methodology here for which track is which, not that it matters over here, main line out there, first track, number 1, number 2, that sort of thing. This track out here, in this tank car, if you're new, this is actually not part of the industry. This is an industry within an industry right here, because we got a little oil pump over here pumping, you know, Texas tea or California, I don't know what, sludge, and putting it into the tank car here, you know, storage, all that kind of stuff. So this is just sort of like a mini industry within our SoCal Edison industry. And what happens is we got to deal with that car back there to kind of get in and out in the switchback here. So anyway, I know I'm babbling again. All right, let's do our rolling here to see if we're going to pick up any of these cars. So same thing. Got my dice right here, 1 to 10. It's a 20-sided dice. 1 to 10, it stays, and we'll roll for the tank car there. Ooh, 11. That means he goes, right? Same thing over there. 1 to 10, he stays, and he stays because we got a 6. So tank car coming out, and then we're dropping our other tank car off. Okay, that sounds, well, that sounds kind of cool. Let's see, what can we do here? I'm like trying to figure out how to do this. This should be interesting now that I'm looking at it. You know, last time what we did was we split our locomotives up, because back over here between this switch right there that's got the little yellow box painted around it, and then our tank car over there, there's only enough room for, say, the 2 locomotives, but we cannot fit another car in there without having to move that guy. So sometimes that's what we kind of do. We end up taking that guy out temporarily and getting him out of the way. Make sure my turnout's okay over there. Yeah, sometimes we just we take this guy out of the industry just to make room so that we can run back and forth, that sort of thing. But right now I'm thinking right there's good. I'm thinking we might just break the consist up here a little bit. All right, now let's see here. All right, we'll start heading back down here. So I did not do this before. You know, like back the last, whatever, 3 years I've been doing this. I always ran, double locomotives because that's what the prototype runs. And I really didn't break the locomotives up or anything, though, really because I didn't see it. I'd watch rail fan videos and stuff like that, and I just didn't see the prototype doing it, so I was kind of trying to do kind of what the prototype does, you know what I mean? And so I didn't do that. But then, this is proto freelance sort of here, and let me get the dog hair off of the industry here. I actually saw a few different prototype videos, rail fan videos, and not of Southern California, Union Pacific, but other railroads. And, they would run all sorts of funny things. They'd run double locomotives like this, and then, split them up to do switching, as required, kind of thing. And then, I think in one of the other videos that I did, we did this where we ended up running the locomotive on either end, so we had 2 locomotives. When by the time we started heading back to the yard, we had a whole bunch of cars in between them, so that kind of worked out nice. But all right, I think what I'm gonna do is we are gonna split up this little guy right here, and we're only gonna run let's say we'll run, let me think about this, Yeah, we're gonna run 12, 13 here into the industry. So, let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm actually gonna pause the video and then I'll do the split here, so you don't have to sit around waiting for me. Okay, that was a little bit easier than I thought. I just needed to edit my consist and remove 2013. All right, so he is out now. Now I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do in here. Let's see. We got one locomotive and we can do 2 cars. Yeah, see, we can only do 2 and 2. So we gotta go in and we gotta get our tank car out first, right? Wait a minute. All right, we got the other locomotive sitting there. I gotta get my locomotive right on my thing here. Let me see here, 12, 13, there we go. All right, here we go. We'll pull on out and we'll get past the industry, what do you call it, lead there. And then we're gonna go back into the industry here. We'll grab our pickup right here, which is this guy, and get him out of the way. Ooh, looking nice. Now, I think what I'm going to do is put the camera down here so you can kind of see a little bit of everything. There we go. I'm going to have to move it because it's sitting on the rails there. But anyway, we'll get that. Turn around. We got to get Carl, our industry rep over here. He's still falling down on the job. Hold tight there, Carl. We'll fix you up in a minute. Okay, there we go. It should be fun. I told you last week, whenever I did the last video, this was going to get a little complicated here. I always say that, but hey, things are running pretty good here. Again, I got to move the camera though because we're going to run into the leg of the camera here. All right. Hopefully, we don't have any trouble. I did not do any cleaning or anything like that, and I don't know what it is with the track on pavement like this. You know, sometimes, there we go, break. Sometimes it seems to collect dirt. I don't know. And let's see here. Now we gotta come up a little bit while we're running forward. I'm gonna go ahead and switch that because we gotta come all the way down here. Can you see that? Yeah, I think so. All right, there we go. Yeah, see, I kind of lost connectivity there just a little bit. Usually what I do, and I should have done that when I came down here, is I'll usually kind of just, wipe down the tracks inside of here. I don't know if it's just the fact that it's, I don't know, a little bit more exposed. Ooh, hold on there. See? We kind of lost our connectivity there for a split second. We're right at the end. All right, I'll pull it on out. And I don't have a stop at this end of the rail right there. The one on the left has one, but the one over here, all right, the bell's gonna make me insane. It does not, so I had to use my finger there because we did lose a little bit of connectivity here. I don't know if you just get a little corrosion or something like that, little, I don't know what. Anyway, all that to say, I did not clean the track here, so we got to kind of be careful. Right there is good. And so far, keep our fingers crossed we don't have any issues. That was the only issue I saw right there. Was right there. I just had to kind of give it a second. When we picked that guy up, I had to kind of hold him right there because he wanted to keep on going right off the edge of the layout. Ooh, fun times. All right, let's see. We'll drop this guy off on the main line, and then we'll grab our other guy. And you can see this is why I kind of staged this guy, and I left him over here because eventually what we'll do is we'll take our little pickup right there, and we're going to shove him once we come out of this industry, and we'll grab all our other pickups over here and then be on our way. And you can see here, we are not interfering. We've got this guy ready to go for us here to go, you know, in and out of the industry, or I should say, in the industry here. Now, one of the other things we can roll our little dice for is what track does he go into, right? Because, like I said, we got track 1 is where that blue box car is. Track 2 is the one that we just pulled our tank car out of. So you can see you could have a lot of different little variations here. Now, hopefully we got a good connection right there. Yep, looking good. Look at the weirdo in the tarp. Huh. Anyway, let's go ahead and back this guy up, and we will do that. We will. Oh boy, you know, do I want to make this thing really complicated? We'll see how it comes out. Well, let's just roll and just see how it comes out. 1 to 10, it goes on this track, okay? Otherwise, it goes here. 13, okay, well, it goes there. There we go. We got kind of lucky. I was like hoping, like, I don't want it to go on track 1, because that means I'm going to have to, I don't know. You know, we can, well, let's put it this way. We can have a lot of fun, right? We could say, well, all right, if it did go on track 1 there with that blue box car, do we got to move the blue box car? Does the tank car got to come down here and the box car have to stay there? Or can we just shove the box car? You know, you can have all sorts of little fun like that. And so, you know, it's not all about just dropping a car off, you know, in one spot. That's it. You know what I mean? So many different little variations here, and all we're doing is one pickup and one drop off in this industry, right? And again, that's the benefit of having sort of keeping in mind at least the actual spots, you know. So we got spot 1, spot 2, spot 3, 4, that sort of thing. And actually, whoa, hold on there, Engineer Rick, watch what you're doing. What I was going to say is that you kind of keep that in mind. And if you sort of think of, you know, instead of just having, well, this is where that box car is, that's just one track, and that's where we drop stuff off and pick stuff up. Go even a little bit farther with your thinking, and, you know, this is one spot, this is another spot, and that's another spot. And then, you know, you can get a little bit more complicated and have a little bit more fun there. All right, let me see what I'm doing here. Yep, brakes off. All right. Turnout's changed. Let's go ahead and get this guy dropped off. Ooh, it's always fun over here. It's always a little stressful too, you know, because I'm always afraid that the track's dirty or something or other. And it's holding the camera, unfortunately, and trying to film right here. It's not the easiest spot to film, especially if you have a tripod. If I put my camera on a tripod, it just doesn't look as good. You gotta have a little bit more sort of top-down view here to really get the sense of what's happening here. Now, you know what? Let's go ahead and stop right there. Hopefully, yeah, making sure we're still connected. I can see the light flickering ever so lightly. Now, let's put our little thing I was just talking about into practice here. Let's say we got 3 spots here, which is I think what I did. I think I said there are 3 spots on each one of these tracks. 1, 2, and 3. We're kind of in 3 right there. So we can kind of roll our die here again, or however you want to figure this out. And we could say, well, let's see, we got a 20-sided dice. 20 divided by 3 is, let's see. Oh boy, it's too early for math. Anyway, let's just say 1 to 7 here, 8 through 14 here. Otherwise, it goes there. So let's just roll over here. We got number 2. Okay, so we're gonna drop this guy off all the way down here at the end. But you see what I'm getting at. You can really have a whole big variety here. And of course, we got to go all the way to the end where there's no stop. and where my locomotive was having a little bit of trouble right there. And I had to stick my finger on there. Otherwise, everything would have, like, we would have ran into the taco stand right there. Or off the end of the layout here. All right. Yeah, next, and the next thing on the to-do list is little rail stop there, whatever it's called. Ooh, stop. There we go. It's on my to-do list to get another little whatever thing right there. All right, we'll disconnect this guy, and man, look at that. Ooh, boy, I gotta fix that thing too. All right, off we go. Come on, locomotive. See, we kind of lost our connectivity there ever so slightly. There we go. Brakes off. Let's roll on out of here. Yeah, you can see the track's a little dirty. It's sort of hesitating a little bit right there. And I can see there's a little bit of discoloration on the track, you know, like it's just dust. Needs a little wipe down right there. All right. Well, that was fun. 2 little industries. They don't take up a lot of space here. This is like 2 by 8 or something right here. And you know, from one end over there where we got the oil pump, all the way down to the end of Jack's surfboards right there, and the lumber yard. And just today we did the 2 industries. We did 2 pickups and 2 drop-offs. And look at all that fun we had. And we had to do a whole bunch of fun here. Now, as we're pulling over here, we shall get that changed over. We'll give Carl a little wave here and a honk. Because now what we're going to do is we'll pull on out. We'll put our consist back together over here. And then we'll back all the way up, grab all of our cars, and we should be good. To head back to the yard. Right there is good. All right, done. Carl can put his blue flag right there, which yeah, whatever. There's a little hole in the tracks right there, so I just stick my blue flag right in there. You know, like everybody else over here on the railroad, there are 5 million things that have to be done, and one of them is to put a gate right there, you know, with a lock, and you know, because otherwise, you know, all the riffraff down here in SoCal, they'll get in here and cause a trouble. All right, now let's see here. I'm going to quickly add my locomotive back to my consist. So let's see here. Edit locomotive. Add 12, 13, and who's going the opposite direction? Save. There we go. All right, good enough. Yep, all looking good. Brakes off, and away we go. Carl, till next time. Take it easy, dude. All right, so now, as you can see right here, and actually, if I have to fudge this, I'm gonna fudge it right here. Because we got a little bit of room, but I want to get that turned over. Whoa, what am I hitting? Something. All right. We'll grab our first of our pickups right here, which is our tank car. Boy, his coupler looks a little low, don't it? Oh boy, always couplers. All right, we'll come across the street over here. Hopefully this doesn't go all dark on me. Drives me a little bananas that this camera tends to want to adjust the scene and make it way darker. There we go. Just adjusting my my sound level there. All right, let's see if we can get over here and grab all of these cars. It's kind of coming up on a curve right there a little bit. Let's see. Hold on, I'm gonna put the camera down. And I realize you're kind of looking up in the air here, but we're gonna walk it in here just a little bit, just to make sure. Actually, I think I would have made it. I don't think I would have had any problems there, but. All right, whew. here we go. Let's get the brakes on. Let's pressurize the air there a little bit. Do a little brake test, whatever, you know, all that good stuff. We can make up all sorts of things we got to do here, but basically I have the brake on and I throttle up, and you can hear those nice engines revving up right there. All right, I think we're good. Brakes off. And we're off. All right, back to the yard we go. Yeah, everything else looks good. Well, guys, hope you enjoyed that video. I was actually going to make this a two-parter, but I figured it's been a week or so since the last video there, so I figured, what the heck, let's just have some fun. Let's finish this guy up. That finishes this one train that we made up in our last little, you know, hauler that came in, and we had 3 different trains. And yeah, this was the one train. And I remember putting it together thinking, man, this one's going to be kind of fun. Take a quick look up here, check the rails. Yep, everything looks good over there. All right, guys, as we head back to the yard, I will bid you have a good weekend, and I will see you in the next ops video. And I'll throw a couple pictures in the back end over here of Benjamin and me hanging out at the Southern California beaches here, just for fun, because I know everybody who doesn't want to see a corgi? Come on. I mean, I got one, and I got to look at them every day. All right, guys, till next time, have a good weekend. Take care. We'll honk for the vagrants over here under the bridge, and we'll honk for the horses over here. I got to get, ooh, is that a little corgi over there? I think I see a corgi right there. We'll honk for the horses as we go by over here, and then call it a day. Ooh, looking nice. All right, guys, take care.